Okay, so this is the Zach Cast episode number 2 that you guys are watching. We're gonna be doing this episode last week, but it had to get delayed a little bit because my internet had some problems. But this podcast is with Stitzy. If you guys don't know Stitzy, well, one of our first questions will be getting to know him. But Stitzy, hello.
Hey, how's it going, Zach?
I'm doing good. How are you doing tonight?
It's been a long day, but glad we're finally here for the podcast. Even though, you know, last week would have been better, but stuff does happen.
Yeah, yeah, we had some internet problems. So So if you guys see me looking to my left, by the way, I just have a little sheet of like kind of like topics that we're gonna talk about. So basically, guys, tonight Stitzy is a esports manager for a few people, right? But
Yes,
probably
yeah.
your
I have 4 clients in the actual esports industry, and then I have 2 broadcasting content creators as clients. Um, Now, I noticed I do want to clear one thing up. I do not manage anybody in Phase.
my bad.
I help him with his stream as an admin for his stream. I don't manage him. I wanted to get that cleared up so nobody gets the wrong idea there, because that might get me in a little bit of trouble.
Okay, so what are like the bigger names people would recognize that you are with? Not just a manager, but maybe admin, like you were just saying.
So I admin for FaZe Mega. I've been with him for 2 years now, and that's kind of what got me into the whole being behind the scenes and helping out on that front rather than trying to be a part of the spotlight.
Okay.
So,
All right. So
it,
yeah, what?
and I guess you could say another couple of decent names that I've worked with. Extra Midi, he's a Fortnite pro that's actually really popping off on the West Coast. He's no longer a client of mine, but I have worked with him in the past, and I'm the broadcast manager for Creeks, who is a content creator with over 300,000 on TikTok, and I do believe he just hit 26K on Twitch.
Oh wow, yeah, that's a lot. Um, okay, so I guess one of the first things I guess we're gonna talk about is just kind of a little more about you. I like to get to know you, even though we kind of just went a little on that. So like your name, well, we kind of know already. But like background, like in gaming, and what you do. Not like obviously not if you don't want to as your job, but like what do you do here, like online?
Okay, yeah. So my name is Jonathan Stitzy Stahl. I've been in the gaming industry since I was 13, roughly. 2009 was actually really whenever I got into more of the competitive stuff. So 11 years ago. Wow. And it started out with me just kind of casually playing Halo Reach, and then I got into Call of Duty, and after I got into Call of Duty, that's kind of where everything took off, and I really noticed that I wanted to be the best, I guess you could say,
Which
at the
Call of
time.
Duty?
So I started in Modern Warfare 2, and moved my way to Black Ops 2. Um, and Black Ops 2 was where I really started to shine and find my groove. I had started playing competitively instead of being just a sniper and trick shotter. That's kind of my
Oh,
roots.
wait, you did trick shots?
Um, yeah, I used to trick shot and I used to snipe, just straight up.
That's what.
And then I started playing a little more competitively with regular guns, and from there, joined a team back in the day called Farico,
Is it
and
still a thing?
I don't think that they are a thing anymore. I've tried looking, tried looking up their socials and whatnot, and they're not active. Um, but that was probably the peak, and I was 3 days out from heading to a tournament, and I got age checked by the tournament organizers, and I
How
wasn't 16,
how old were you
so
then?
I was I think I want to say I was 15. It was 2013, 2014 ish. Um, no, yeah, 2013, 2014. I hadn't quite turned 16 yet, so my entire team actually got disqualified.
Oh, you had a team. Like, oh,
And
the whole team.
yeah,
Oh.
yeah. So the whole team got disqualified because they refused to find a replacement, a substitute for me. Um, just because the team chemistry that we had really worked well together, and decided to um, not actually roster any substitutions. And after that, the team kind of broke up, and
What when?
we all went our separate ways. So this was like 2014ish that we all broke up and kind of went our own ways. And then after that, I quit gaming for a little bit. Just casually, like I played Forza, just some racing games
Mm-hmm.
and Minecraft. That was pretty much the extent of it. And fast forward to 2018, whenever I got introduced to Mega, I started moderating and really helping out there. After that, got into the industry as far as wanting to be back in the esports industry, just behind the scenes. So from there, my first client was Prospect FPS,
I
and
think I've known.
um, he's been my client for a year and a half now.
Yeah, I think I've seen him. Seen that name. Um. Okay, so yeah, that was kind of your background. Then I was also gonna ask like how long you've been in gaming. That kind of answered that, and also esports. So what do you think made? So what initially like got you just wanting the game?
Uh, so growing up, my grandfather and we would always stay up late playing Nintendo 64, Atari. Um, in fact, there would be nights we had a pool table in the room that we did all of our gaming and stuff on, and I would literally sleep on the pool table after a night of gaming. So that's kind of really what got me into gaming. And then from there it evolved to playing Mario and a lot of other classic games. I guess you could say iconic games.
All right. So okay. So you got okay. So the all right. So now we're going to be getting into the more interesting questions, like more current and things like that, not the past or like what got you into this stuff. So we could first kind of go in on who you may have kind of no, I don't think you have. So well, was Prospect your first client? Because I was gonna talk to you about who your first client was, and like how you kind of got how you met them and what made you like want to be like their manager or work with them.
So yeah, Prospect was my first client, and how it came about was I ended up posting a tweet saying that
Thank you so
I
much,
wanted to
Silent.
get into the
Appreciate that.
esports industry as a figure in the management portion, and that I was wanting to learn and help uh, people as needed. So Prospect sent me a DM request saying, "Hey, I'm looking for a manager." And at that point I was just kind of like, "All right, so what are you looking to do? What do you do currently, and what are your goals?" And from there he told me, and I was like, "Hey, do you have a resume?" Sent me his resume. I looked over it, and originally I actually was going to turn down Prospect because he wasn't exactly uh I didn't think that it would be a good fit for me at first, but then I reconsidered. I ended up bringing him into my management, and I talked to his dad. Great family, great people, and ever since then, he's listened to pretty much everything that I've had to say, which for somebody that you don't personally know, it takes a lot for them to break down and listen to you.
Okay, so basically So okay, so he DM'd you, and that's how you met him.
Yep. Yeah, that's pretty much how we met. Give me just a second. Something's going on outside my door. I gotta take care of it real quick. I
Oh,
apologize.
okay, no worries. Dude, yo, Silent, thank you so much for the 1,000 bits. So I guess I can talk to you guys for a little bit right now because he will be right back. Gunzo's not old. Yo, what's up, Kenny? What's up, Tiger? Um, yeah, let's be nice to Gunzo. No, all right. I want to bob you so bad right now. What's up, Gunzo? Hey, everybody, yo, what's up, Vargas? Yo, what's up, Flash Out? Silent, thank you. I appreciate that a ton, and I'm glad you like it.
Sorry about that, Zach.
No, it's fine.
All right.
Okay, so that kind of answers that question as well, I guess. And then, because I actually contacted you, I think, once about being my manager, something like that.
Yeah, I do believe you have contacted me about management.
A
But
while ago.
I wasn't exactly accepting clients, but I got you taken care of. That's I don't think that's a topic we should probably get in
No, yeah, no, I
on
was
the
just.
podcast. So
Okay. And then, so how did you? Because obviously, I know you don't manage him, but you're still like an admin, and he's probably one of the biggest names that you work with. So I was wondering how you got involved with FaZe Mega, like how you found him, and then how you kind of became a mod or an admin for him.
So how I got involved with Mega was actually it's kind of an interesting story. So it was October 15th, 2018. I was scrolling down the browse section of Fortnite on Twitch and came across Mega's stream, and it said that it was his birthday. So I went in there and I hung out for a little bit, and I liked his content. He was funny.
Was he
You know,
big at the
he
time?
no, actually, I think he had 1,100 followers.
Oh, so
Um,
that's less than. Yeah.
yeah. So I think he had 1,100 followers at the time, and he had 6 viewers. So I hopped in and I donated him 125, 150
Oh wow.
bucks since it was his birthday. I was just like, I was feeling generous and whatnot. I like the kid's content. Um, So I did that. And then I stuck around for a little bit. Ended up as crazy as it sounds. He goes, dude, like you just donated me 150 bucks. Like I'm gonna give you mod. I was like, dude, I didn't pay for mod. I just gave you that money for you to have for your birthday. Fast forward like 3.5, 4 weeks, maybe a little bit over a month, and he plays with Dakotas. He gets noticed by Dakotas, and here I am. It was 5:30 in the morning. Woke up. I woke up and saw that he was playing with Dakotas, and I immediately hopped on my computer. I was just like, oh my goodness, this chat's gonna be awful.
How
Um,
did he get like in a game with him?
so he actually got reached out to by Dakotas because he would submit videos to BCC Trolling, the YouTube channel for Fortnite
Yeah, I
montage
think I
like
remember
clips and
that.
whatnot. Um,
Did they still make
and
videos?
yeah, so he got noticed because he sent a clip in of him hitting an absolutely nasty snipe, and then he said, "Dakotas, get at me."
Oh yeah,
And
because he was a
so
sniper.
so from the yeah, um, so from there, Dakotas got with him, and they scheduled the time. Mega actually skipped school that day to play with Dakotas. It was hilarious because his mom yelled at him at first, and then 16,000 viewers later, um, with just only me modding in chat for a while. It was uh, I kind of stuck around because I was like, I'm invested into Mega now, and then from there he got into Junior Rogue, qualified for World Cup 5 times, joined FaZe, and here we are.
Yeah.
There for a while, I'll be honest, he had the biggest ego I have ever seen for quite a while, and rightfully so. Whenever you win $400,000 at a Fortnite tournament, I think you
Yeah.
have a reason to have an ego. But his communication has been pretty steady and responsive in the last several months, which is a reason why that I don't think I would ever leave MegaStream. He's one of my favorites in the Fortnite Pro industry.
Yeah.
So,
Is he the only Fortnite pro you work with?
yes, the only actual Fortnite
Like,
pro.
kind of like making a living off Fortnite.
Yes, the one straight up getting paid to play Fortnite
Yeah.
every single day.
Okay, gotcha. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, FaZe Mega. When did he join FaZe? He joined FaZe in like. Did he join after the World Cup or before?
No, he joined FaZe right. I think it was after his 4th qualification for World Cup with him and Dubs. I think they joined FaZe right after that. Because I remember messaging him because he posted the tweet saying that there was an announcement soon, and I DM'd him straight away. I was just like, "You joined FaZe." He goes, "No, I didn't." I was like, "Bullshit."
Because obviously he knew.
Pardon my language. Like I knew he joined FaZe because I just from watching him and watching the way that he was getting noticed that he would be joining a tier 1 org.
Yeah. Gotcha. So, okay. And have you ever worked for an org or yeah, like have you ever worked for a serious org or been part of a serious org?
So as far as serious orgs go, no. I had a couple interviews with the Merkin clan, which I would consider a pretty big org. I have done a little bit of, I guess you could say in a way, I've done a little bit of work for Junior Rogue back whenever MIDI and Hyper were on Junior Rogue.
Mm-hmm.
I had some meetings with Ryan at Rect Global and
Yeah,
whatnot.
no
So
clue who that
I mean
is.
I've worked with big orgs, but I haven't worked for a big org.
Okay. So I guess that all right, and there's another. I think one of the last management questions. What is like your what do you like kind of like about being a manager or like fun or enjoyable or just working for like a streamers like that in that way, helping them out.
So I think the most fun about my job is I literally get to tell my clients when they are playing very bad. Because I love to talk trash to people, and
Oh,
a
I
lot
know.
of times I love to do it in a joking manner. But sometimes, in the management industry, I have to get a little more serious. If one of my clients is playing bad, if they're behaving out of line, I'm gonna be like, hey, look, you're messing up here. You need to get it under control. You need to reel it in because that's not what we're here to do.
Yeah, you definitely can
but
get mad at people.
but it's really fun. I thoroughly enjoy management for the simple fact of I'm helping someone else achieve their dreams. And that's what does it for me. That's what keeps me going and wanting to excel in the management industry by far.
Yeah, that sounds like a pretty good answer. So yeah, I guess that's kind of it for management. Unless you kind of have, well, I guess there's a few other things that kind of tap on being management and helping someone out. But I also wanted to go on into like some games, and this I think we can more both talk about. And so like kind of just like because I know you play a lot of 5M, GTA roleplay, you play a lot of Sea of
Yep.
Thieves, or at least you did in any other games you might be interested in. So, what is and are your favorite games to play? Like
Okay.
currently, if you had to choose one game to play, this goes
So
for
if I
both of
had to
us. We can
choose
both answer.
if I had to choose one game to play consistently and pretty much religiously, I guess you could say. Right now, I guess you could say it would be 5M.
It's kind of limitless in a way.
It's limitless in the way that you can immerse yourself in a different personality. You could create different scenarios. It's not like you're stuck on the content of that game. you create the way you want the game to go.
Yeah.
The way you want the way you want your experience to go.
Yeah, I'd have to actually say the same thing. I agree. I think 5M for me, I would also probably choose my favorite game currently. I mean, yeah, it definitely is. I mean, that's kind of like been my main game since maybe like May.
I mean, look, if I just need to bring Elmo back, I can bring Elmo back.
If someone in chat wants to drop a clip of that, that'd be good. We have a clip of our interaction with Elmo. But yeah, no, I agree. I think 5M is also definitely my favorite game because kind of just for the same reason you said. And not what about it, but what are your other Pro League games that maybe in the past that have been your favorite? Like how much did you play Sea of Thieves or something?
Oh, dude.
And what did you say about Elmo?
I played Sea of Thieves for months on end. It was probably the only game that I played. I've got I don't even know how many hours. I can't even check how many hours I have on Sea of Thieves. I wish I could. I've got if I look on the Sea of Thieves track, I know that they released a new tracker or something. I think I have well over 1 million miles sailed on Sea of Thieves. And,
is it their official thing or is it someone else?
Yeah, it's on the Sea of Thieves website.
I think I see.
And before that, I have a lot of variety. Really, I played Call of Duty. I guess one game I always go back to is Call of Duty.
Yeah, I'm definitely
because
not
that's my roots.
I'm definitely not a Call of Duty fan. I don't know. I've just never really liked it. I've played some, I think Black Ops 4 or 3, but other than that, like I've tried Warzone. Sorry, I'm just also trying to find I can't.
No,
find it,
you're
but,
fine.
I've tried Warzone. I don't really like it. I don't know why. I think there's just so much compared to like, because I kind of when I first got into gaming, that was Fortnite. Like honestly, I was never a gamer before that, and then like 6th grade winter, I got Fortnite, and then that's kind of I got PlayStation, and that's kind of when I just got obsessed with games and streaming. Yeah, and then I don't know if it's because the transition from Fortnite to COD I didn't like because I never played COD before that, or if I did, I played it very few, like at my friend's house. So that's kind of probably why. I definitely.
Yeah. So I have. So let's see here. I have 1 million. I have 1,980,512 miles sailed on Sea of Thieves.
Can you check mine?
If you go to if you go to Sea of Thieves and you sign in, click on your profile icon, and then click Overview under Adventure.
All right, I'll look at it. I'll look at it. Yeah, I'll definitely look at it later. So you were okay, so that kind of answers that game question. Yeah, I agree. So we kind of like recently, I guess, have similar games because I was big on what's it called? Sea of Thieves in the whole spring and late winter, early this year, and then I got a lot in the 5M. So I guess I also want to say, when did you discover GTA Roleplay and play it? Because you've played it before Rise. You said.
Yeah. So I started out on a server, I want to say 2.5 years ago, maybe 3. And it was a server called LARP. And, I like, oh my goodness. If you think that you have fail RP problems, with servers that you deal with, that you should have seen my RP whenever I first started. It like you would not believe how bad my RP was.
I mean, I think everyone's is bad for a decent amount of time when they start.
Oh yeah, because you got to get used to the rules, laying out your character plan, thinking of stuff on the spot. Like it's just it's a lot to take in at first, and obviously role play is not for everybody. But again, like I was saying, I started about 3 years ago on a server called LARP, moved over to a server called Grove RP, which is where Dimitri first made.
Oh, so you had Dimitri before?
Yeah. So Dimitri first came into play on a
Actually,
server called Grove RP.
Hold that. Hold the Dimitri thing.
Okay.
Because you'll see. But so what else about RP? So like, what did you like? When did you stop playing it back then? And then when you picked it back up, and like why?
So I stopped for a while because Grove kind of took a turn where they kind of shut the server down for a little bit because people were being they were being idiots, and so the staff team was just like, all right, you want to be idiots? Okay, server's shut down for X amount of time. And so from there I kind of took a break. I was burning myself out on the RP a little bit because it was so constant and I was putting so much effort into it. And then I would be playing Fortnite.
When
Sea of
was that?
Thieves.
When it shut down?
It was 2018 whenever it shut down.
So you okay? Gotcha.
Yeah, I didn't hop on Grove until 2018. It shut down mid 2018. And then I started playing Fortnite, CS:GO a lot more. Just overall random variety games, Sea of Thieves. I forget what else. Oh, pardon me. I'm so sorry. It's typically I'd be in bed by now, but it's.
I've been yawning a lot today. I don't know why. I got a good
it's a
sleep
Sunday,
last night.
man. It's gloomy. Like it's cold.
Stock market's open tomorrow. Actually, we'll save the stock market. Maybe we'll talk about that later. So yeah, basically, so when did you find Sea of Thieves? When you just said you started playing Sea of Thieves, there is that when you first played?
Yeah. So essentially, whenever I found Sea of Thieves, I would say it was a good 4 or 5 months into the game, into the game's release.
I heard when it started. This might be fake, but was it 2D at one point?
I don't think it was. No.
Okay, maybe it was like their I saw something, and I think it was fake because it was like 2D, and then I think it was on TikTok or something. But yeah, I think Sea of Thieves is also pretty awesome because, as you know, I was playing I played Sea of Thieves, and then
yeah, we need to hop on the seas again, man.
It's weird. I don't know. It's weird. I like the game a ton, but I just get when I actually play it, I'm a little bored. I don't know why exactly. I don't know what got me bored of it. I'm not completely sure. And also about RP, it's funny because I think when I played GTA a lot, near when you kind of started watching me, well, maybe a little after, but in December when I played just nonstop GTA V. Online, and I think you and someone else, I forget who it was, they're on like the tip of my tongue now. Anth, I think it was Anth. You and Anth told me about GTRP and how I might like it, and I think I tried a server and I may have streamed it a little bit. It was called Yes Pixel. That's what it was called. It's called Yes Pixel RP. And I just remember, I barely remember it, but this was so long ago. I just remember I played that. I hated it. But I think that's just because, I had no clue what I was doing. And then I played Rise, Chief of Police. And it was a great experience being the Chief of Police.
Whew. Zach is Chief of Police. I won so many damn lawsuits against the police department while you were Chief.
Well, let's also look that I've never played RP before, and I was Chief. So... yeah, but yeah, so, and yeah, to answer that question, King Quiz, yeah, this is just a, talk show, and we have people on, and talk about a variety of things, but right now we're talking about esports, and gaming, and streaming, and yeah, so that kind of, answers a little bit of that, and, are you on the, okay, and yeah, the next question, that's why I wanted you to hold it, where did you come up with, and how did you come up with Dmitry Spitzerov, and, real quick, have a good night, Zephyr.
That's I love this story too. Dimitri is probably my most prized possession in my entire roleplay existence. I came up with Dimitri as basically, I have some friends that are Russian that play hockey friends, and yes, Russian friends.
I thought that would have sounded like Dimitri. That was a fail.
That's just a deep voice.
Yeah.
No, if you if you want Dmitry, you've got to speak like Russian. You've got to embrace Russian culture, drink the vodka. Obviously, not literally, but speaking like Russian, actually talking and listening to Russian videos, like FPS Russia, just all of that basically. You got to
Yeah.
develop the voice.
It's a
It
pretty
takes
good
a
accent.
while. It took me every bit of 7 months to get the accent down.
Yeah.
So back to what kind of what I was saying. I have Russian friends that play hockey that I've went skated with, and I was just like, Russia's so cool. So I was like, okay, how can I bring Russia into my life? How can I bring a Russian personality in? And with GTRP, I was like, okay, all right, cool. I'm gonna be a Russian. And the funny thing is, Dmitry Spitrov is actually so Dmitry I got from typical stereotypical Russian name, but Spitrov is actually my friend's last name.
Oh.
So I was just like,
It sounds real.
I love your last name. I'm gonna use it as my character's last name, and from there it went to building the character up. At first I was a law abiding citizen and on Grove RP,
That took a twist.
and it took a twist whenever I got kidnapped. And basically, they were just like, "We're gonna body dump you if you don't help us pull this off."
I've heard the word body dumping once.
And so from there, I got into the crime world because I started. So on the server, I helped them, and it turned out to be the mafia on that server. And so I started working with the mafia, slinging dope, and absolutely cashing in. I think I got every bit of like 25, 30 grand per run. And that was just for simple stuff. And from there, I obviously I took my RP break, and then I got back on Rise, and I was like, okay, what do I want to do?
Rise was interesting.
I was like,
it was
okay,
fun, but...
Dimitri's coming back. So Dimitri decided to come back. Now we run Empire. At first, I was medical chief. I know a lot about cutting people up. But, I passed that on to Dr. Fabrice. Very good doctor. I highly recommend. And then we got into more of the illegal activities, such as, chopping bodies up, dumping them into the ocean. And, we controlled the drug kingpin. So if people wanted drugs, they had to come through us. And from there, Dimitri evolved even more.
Yeah.
He's my prized possession.
Yes,
I have kidnapped Zach several times as Dimitri. Dimitri has a personal hatred for Zach, for the simple fact of Zach targeting him every single time he gets spotted. So Zach Santorpino, or like Dimitri
there's been some
likes
good
to call
RP
him,
with him on the other city. I don't know if you
or like Dimitri likes to call Mr. Santorpino Mr. Santorpinus, because it's an easy target.
You're thinking that's
but
Joe. How
yeah,
you been,
no,
Joe? How you been?
I've
bro?
had some good RP scenarios with
Exclamation mark
Zach.
chat.
I've also had some bad RP scenarios, which I've ripped your ass for.
I think I still remember one clearly. It was like up near the Fleetwood Bank up north. And like we got on a car crash, and I think I remember that one clearly. So wait, and another question, what?
Oh my goodness, yeah, that I did, just to kind of reiterate, like, RP in a sense, breaking character is like a hugely frowned upon thing in the RP world. If you break character, your credibility as a role player just goes out the window. And so, like, I had built up the ability to make it through almost any situation not breaking character, not breaking down, not laughing my ass off because the situation's hilarious. But Zach hit the nerve one night at that Fleeka Bank. I broke character faster than I have ever
Yeah.
broken character, and just went off on him, and it was not good. But sorry to cut you off there, Zach. I just wanted to iterate that.
No, you're fine. And I was gonna ask you about did you were I kind of forget, to be honest. That's just more of a straight question. When were you like an admin on Rise? I forget, or a developer. Did you start right at the start, or did I forget exactly?
So for the most part, I got involved with the staff team on Rise when pretty quickly, actually. I think I was only in the server for like 2 weeks. Started talking to Nevsy. He noticed my really good RP, brought me on, and to kind of help him manage the community. And then from there, I took an interest in developing and started working on that.
Have you developed RP before or anything like that?
No, prior to Rise, I had no experience with any sort of like coding or any sort of development.
Gotcha. So that was your first time, and I remember you would do streams actually of it. You do streams.
Yeah. I did do some development streams, tuning cars, working on drug locations.
Oh, I remember those.
Just super simple stuff.
And then, okay, so yeah, and then now you have one RP.
Yes. Ultimately, there was a
Yeah,
big downfall
we don't have to,
between myself
obviously.
and Rise.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem talking about it.
Yeah,
I made it clear from the get go that I always respected Rise, respected the staff team at Rise for giving me the opportunity to learn. I didn't agree with the way that the server was being ran, and I still see things that I don't agree with, but it's not in my control. It's not my place. So I decided with a couple of other people to break off, and we created our own roleplay server that we've been that has been in development for the past several months. So yeah,
yeah,
it happens.
yeah.
Stuff happens. Relationships get broken. Bridges get burned. It's just a part of life, and I've grown to accept that. If you're not, if you're still, if you hang yourself up about burning a bridge and not learning from it and moving forward, then your progression is just not gonna happen.
Yeah. And so, do you have like any? And just one quick fire question: do you have any plans for one, or is it? Well, I saw something about an update.
Yeah. So, as of right now, our version 2 of 1RP is going to be released. When did we plan on releasing it? I can't remember if we made that information public or not.
You said like something about over 1 month, or around 1 month, I think.
Regardless of when it comes out, because I am not seeing anything about the date being public. And I don't want to leak that because, but regardless, we've got V2 coming. We're reintroducing multi-character. We've got a phenomenal custom script, for a couple of phenomenal, 100% custom scripts, coded from scratch, by 2 of our lead developers. And it's, let me tell you, things have been looking phenomenal on the side of of what we've been doing.
The custom things do look or sound cool. Obviously, I haven't seen them, but they sound pretty cool.
Oh yeah, no, what's going on with behind the scenes at 1RP right now? I mean, it is going to. You guys thought that the city was smooth whenever it first launched, all the people that hopped in and whatnot. Yeah, there were a couple bugs, but for the most part, everybody's like, everything runs so smooth. You guys are going to be amazed at you guys are going to be absolutely amazed at what we've got in store here coming up.
Okay, yeah, I'll be excited to see. So, and then so we're going to kind of move in, guys, to more of a other topic, which is streaming, and a little bit of a mix of the other things that we were talking about. So, because you've also streamed, so I want to know how long have you streamed, and when did you discover Twitch, and when did you start streaming on Twitch? So first, how long have you been streaming?
So I've been streaming for just over I want to say about 2.5 years now. My first technical stream date was like June of 2018. First time I clicked that go live button.
No, March 29th. Sorry.
But I obviously the streams for a while was very sporadic, few and far between. Then I finally I hit affiliate on November 22nd, 2018. So I've been affiliated for just over 2 years. And after that, I decided, obviously I decided to be more behind the scenes, so streaming isn't my priority. I just do it for fun. I don't mind having it. I don't mind, sitting here and talking to people about streaming, but I also, obviously streaming is not my number one priority.
Yeah. And so when did you find Twitch?
I have been on Twitch since 2000 and early 2016. I do not, so this is not my actual original account.
Yeah.
I couldn't figure out how to change my username. I don't think that they allowed it back whenever I made this account. They didn't allow you to change your username at all. So I made a new one after completely ditching my old one. Obviously, I wasn't affiliated or anything, so it worked out pretty well, and I ended up deactivating my old one. But I've been on Twitch since like early 2016.
Okay, yeah. I think personally, I think I just discovered Twitch with the big wave when Ninja was popular and stuff like that. And so how long have you? Well, no. How long have you been? No. Yeah. And so you've been streaming. Okay. Have you, or would you say you have ever been consistent with your streaming? Like at one point, like were you actually streaming almost on a consistent base?
Yeah. So at one point, I had gone. I was streaming every single day.
When?
This was probably back whenever I first got right before I got affiliated, and then transitioning into about a month after I got affiliated. That's whenever I started realizing that being behind the scenes was more my thing. So I stopped streaming. Like I would be in the middle of a stream. Let's say Mega went live. I would end the stream and immediately go to his stream to mod. So I just kind of more or less planned to not stream if I knew that somebody that I worked with or that I modded for was going live. So that's kind of the end of my consistency streaming. As I really started focusing on my moderating and going to be behind the scenes of the broadcast and esports scene.
That yeah. That actually, I feel like I hear an echo, but no, maybe not. So what do you? Okay, so I was also gonna ask, what do you enjoy the most about streaming? Kind of like how I asked about what you enjoy the most about managing. So what? I mean, even though you don't stream like consistently, but like obviously there's a reason why you do it.
I just enjoy creating content for people. If I can put a smile on somebody's face for the day with my like me dying in game or me
being
getting in a
Elmo.
funny RP. Yeah, being Elmo, Elmo, I would just I seriously just enjoy getting people to enjoy life, take away from whatever may be bothering them at that moment.
Gotcha. So, okay. Yeah, that's kind of it for well, actually no, that's not really it for streaming, but I was also gonna yeah. So I was gonna ask you as like a manager point of view, well, what like is your probably like your best advice for streamers or something like that, or what advice do you have for a streamer, no matter really the size, small, medium, large, all sizes, fun size,
So
any.
so a lot. You really just said fun size. Okay. Um, I would say the biggest advice that I can give to anybody that streams, whether you have an average viewing of 30K or an average viewing of 3, um, make sure that you're creating content you enjoy, right? Because if you're not confident in the content you're creating, how is anybody else going to be confident in your content and enjoy your content? Because let's let's put into context here, right? Your internet issues, you weren't enjoying any of that at all.
No.
Your vibes went way down. Um, and you know, that affected your community because they're sitting there, you're worried, you're freaking out, you're not having a good time, so your chat's not having a good time, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the number one thing. Another thing is networking, right? If you can't network with other streamers, work on infusing communities together and bringing in a more compelling audience. I
Mm-hmm.
guess compelling is not the word for it. I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. A more consistent audience. Um, then you're not really going to see any growth, because I could start up a stream right now. I'd have 2-3 people, um, but if I didn't do anything to reach out to other communities, and
It'd be stagnant.
yeah, it'd just be stagnant. I'd
Good
have
word,
those
Zach.
same three people the entire time, no matter how often I stream, because nobody else is going to be seeing my streams. My streams aren't going to be reaching people's recommended. They're not going to be reaching, word of mouth. Um,
So I also like TikTok is can be really good.
oh yeah, any content creation site, it can be beneficial to
And
any
what
streamer.
is your favorite? I mean, I think it's kind of obvious. I feel like almost anyone's like pick would be TikTok for their growth.
Yeah, TikTok's definitely taken the industry by storm right now. Just like had it been 2-3 years ago, it'd be Vine, right? So there's always a new social media tool that's gonna be that comes out. Some people use it. Oh, have you tried X app? Like, dude, it's so cool. You could do this. That's how stuff gets going. That's how people get their content marketed, because you get on there, you hop on the wave early, or some people get lucky, or really they're really dedicated, and just keep working at it and working at it and working at it until they make it. And that's what sets some of these creators apart from the rest, the ones that are willing to sacrifice their extra free time to create the content, to reach their audience, to build more of an audience on different social media platforms and channel that into one area.
I think YouTube's a good one as well.
Oh yeah, YouTube's phenomenal.
Yeah, I mean, I've been trying to do. Yeah, I honestly think the hardest part about YouTube is just editing your video. I just get so lazy. Always. So okay, yeah, I was gonna ask about the favorite social, but yeah, I definitely think TikTok slash YouTube are probably like the best to grow your stream outside of Twitch and like because I feel like the other types of social medias are just for more your already followers than new followers, like Twitter. I feel like you're not really growing on there. You're just tweeting to the people that follow you. I mean, some tweets will go viral, but barely.
It all depends on interaction, right? And which trickles down to networking again. If you're interacting with other people's tweets, pardon me. If you're interacting with other people's tweets, like I could go on there and I can start responding to Dr. Lupo's tweet. Every single tweet he does, right? Every single new tweet I hop on there. Hey, Dr. Lupo, hope you're having a great day. You know, something simple. That's me interacting with him on his tweet, and other people are going to see that and be like, "Oh, wow, this guy's telling Lupo to have a great day on every single tweet. Let me go check him out. Maybe I'll give him a follow. Like, let me see what he's about."
Yeah, that I guess. I mean, it's interesting, but I guess that yeah. But more to courage, because I think courage is better. But I think I guess that's off topic, but.
I mean, courage could be better than Dr. Lupo, but let's all talk. Let me just take a fact. If you ever take sports betting advice or listen to any sports advice from Tim the Tatman, you are going to lose. 100%. You will be broke. Tim the Tatman is the worst at predictions.
Well, if you just look at him, you definitely know he wouldn't be a sports guy.
Just look at how his Cowboys are doing. Just look at how his Cowboys are doing.
All right. That would be too dirty of a joke. I was gonna say something, but I'll hold that. How many? Okay, so I mean, we kind of already talked about this, about how many people you already answered or managed, yeah, but you managed 4 people, right? Or
so I've got 4 Fortnite players, and I've got 2 content creators.
Gotcha. So next we're gonna be shifting a little into future of, I mean, so this can kind of be more of an open discussion instead of just a straight question, but so
okay.
Like about goals, like some goals that we would both see in the future, and not just for us or yourself specifically, but more as a community or group or even a big variety, like gaming or esports or Twitch or something like that.
So just like
here,
like a general goal.
I'm more specific. So, do you have any goals as a manager for 2021? Whether it's like a new person you might want to pick up, or someone else you want to help, or if you want to not help as many people, not like to be like a jerk, but just because you need more time. Something along those lines, or anything along managing or esports managing.
Right. So right now, I would say, my time right now is pretty booked most of the time. I'm always thinking of something or talking with my clients.
Probably why it takes a while to DM me back.
If I'm completely honest with you, Zach, I look at your DMs and I just forget to respond.
I did the same thing this morning.
90% of the time, if I don't respond to your DM, it's because I've looked at it, thought about what to say, but just haven't gotten back around to saying it.
I did the same thing.
So, I guess you could say in a way I ego your DMs, but I mean, I have ADHD, so my mind can literally go from. My mind can go from literally this Hershey bar to my can of peanuts in 2.5 seconds.
Yeah, I can go to a lot of things anytime, kind of just like my voice can switch just like this.
Oh, wow, chat. I didn't know Zach was actually showing his real voice on stream.
Okay. So yeah, so like what would you say are your goals?
But yeah, so I would say going into 2021, short-term goals within the next 2 years, I want to be a part of a tier 1 organization behind the scenes, whether it be talent acquisition, social media marketing, just anything. I'm open to anything in the industry. I truly am.
And just a kind of off topic, do you because obviously it's the org I'm in, part of. Do you like Built by Gamers, and like do you think it's a T1 org and stuff like that?
So I wouldn't say Built by Gamers is quite on the level of tier 1 yet. They are definitely making strides towards being that tier 1. I would put them at a solid tier 2. Um, you know,
They definitely
the
have tier
amount
1
of
Fortnite players for sure.
Oh, they have tier 1 Fortnite players, but that doesn't
No,
qualify
I know
them
that
as a
doesn't
tier
make the
1
or
org.
yeah.
But, you know, sorry.
This dude just brings out a gallon. This dude
Dude,
just.
I'm telling you, if you're not drinking gallons of water a day, you're
I don't drink more
you're
than a
missing
cup
out.
of water a day.
Oh, you need to start drinking a gallon of water a day. You will notice a huge improvement on stuff.
So yeah, and
But-
So you're just talking about built by gamers and orgs. And what were you gonna say?
Yeah, so I would definitely consider Built by Gamers a tier 2 org. They're definitely making the strides to become tier 1, and I love Built by Gamers. Don't get me wrong. You know, I there's no hate from me towards Built by Gamers whatsoever. They are phenomenal in what they do. They know exactly what they want, and they're going for it. And that's something that if I were to be offered a position in Built by Gamers tomorrow, I would take it. 100%.
Yeah, I've definitely liked the stuff there, and I believe can't say too much, but some of the me and Ian and the other academy people are gonna be on some upcoming YouTube videos, maybe.
Well, that's cool.
So yeah, and yeah, I like it for sure, and so those are kind of like the manager, esport manager goals, and then my management goals are probably, so I manage a few people, as you guys know. I'm just kidding. But no.
I was about to say, this is news to me. I mean, you can never. I'll save that for another time. I won't embarrass you too bad on your podcast.
Okay. So, and then this is more of a general one, a general goal, or a general goal of like Twitch, but more like, what do you see in the future for them? So, where do you see the future of esports going in 2021? But also talk about Twitch, like where do you see the future of Twitch, and hold on, and like gaming, especially since COVID seemed to have stopped many events. Like, what do you
So I definitely see
on?
as the pandemic keeps evolving and changing the way that we do things, I can for sure say that there is more than likely going to be a new procedure, a new way that esports events are approached, and even the way that spectators are let in to these events. And that being said, a lot of these tournaments have been held virtually. Not even the players are staying in their own homes.
I heard of Riot, or whoever made. I think Riot. I might be dumb. Who made Valorant?
Yeah, it's Riot.
Okay, I heard they held a thing, in person. I don't know if that's what it meant. I saw some tweet of they successfully held an in-person event during COVID, a LAN event.
I would have to check that out. It might be they might be talking about First Strike. I would have to definitely double check that.
I've been to it. Sorry, yeah.
I haven't. I can't remember seeing that, but I'll definitely check that out later.
I've been to an IRL event this year.
Oh yeah, that's dope.
During COVID.
Yeah, so more along the lines of goals. I would say Twitch. They're
weird
finicky.
Steps.
They're taking weird steps to secure their to strengthen their making people feel safe on the platform.
Yeah, I get it. But some
but it's
weird.
just
inconsistent.
I don't know. I can't really see what Twitch's motive is. I would say that their goal is to get as many people involved as they can, and definitely outdo YouTube gaming, which YouTube gaming's been taking off recently.
Really? I thought you were gonna say it's been taking a shithole.
Oh no, YouTube gaming is taking stride after stride. Like they are making move after move, and it's great to see. As far as the gaming industry, is a $181 billion industry right now.
Do you invest in it?
And no, I have not.
I don't even know if that's possible. That was a joke.
But and the way that games are made these days, a lot of people don't want single player games anymore. They're looking for battle royale. They're looking for co-op games, but they still, people still want the ability to kind of do as they please and work in like an open world type environment. So I think that we're going to see a lot more multiplayer open world games in 2021 and moving forward into the future that are going to change the esports industry, because they're going to have to figure out, all right, how are we going to do this? Because obviously you're still going to have your first person shooters, but any game can, I guess you could say, be competitive if you try hard enough.
Well, not every, because obviously there's games that just can't be. Like Fall Guys. I mean, I don't know. Well, never mind. That was just a dumb example. But yeah. Do you have anything
I was gonna
else
say they had
never mind.
$25,000 Fall Guys tournament.
So is that all on like what you think the future is for gaming?
Oh, I could go on for another hour and a half about the future of gaming, but for time's sake, I'm gonna go ahead and say that I'll wrap it up.
Mm-hmm.
I'll let people ask a couple questions so that I got about 10 minutes before I gotta head out.
Yeah, we don't have much time left. So, yeah, guys, you guys can now ask questions. Actually, I didn't know it's 1,000 points. Honestly, you guys can just ask and, well, I don't know, actually. Can a mod lower that, or would I have to lower that? Because that is definitely quite a lot more. I did not know it was that many points. Well, we'll see. We'll open up to... We'll see. If we don't have time, we won't open up to chat for public. But if you guys want to get a priority question and use the thing for the question for talk show. And I had one more thing for you before the live questions.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on like best? Okay, this is kind of just because I gotta go XLR. But like, what do you think is a good accessory for a streamer? Main accessories that they should be going for first. I think it's streamer.
So are we talking more along the lines of like a peripheral that's not computer hardware directly?
Yes.
Okay. So
including webcams, mics.
Okay.
Stream Deck, stuff like that.
Invest in a quality microphone setup. If you have you want the essentials. You want a nice sounding mic.
Yep.
You want a decent looking webcam. They get better and better as years go on. And Stream Deck, 100%. So those are the three essentials that I would say, peripheral wise, that you need.
Yeah, like I definitely agree. I think shoot, don't know what I was. Oh, Stream Deck. I think a Stream Deck is a game changer. For sure, because I don't even know what I did before I had a Stream Deck. I honestly don't know, but it's like definitely way more important. And this is why Corsair I think is a really good investment on the stock market, because.
And there it is.
Had
to
plug it somewhere. But yeah, so. If you didn't know, Corsair owns Elgato. All right, so that's about it, I guess. And so now, yeah, we can go on for the questions. So Senna said, "What is the most challenging part of being a manager?" So we'll go in order, but yeah, what is the most challenging part of being a manager?
The most Senna, the most challenging part about being a manager is when you don't have a big enough name in the industry, when you don't have quite the connections that you would like to have, is being taken seriously. There has been times I've reached out to a couple organizations or a couple companies, and they just kind of laughed at me. They kind of laughed me off and said, "Oh, you're not worth my time."
Understandable.
So yeah, that's definitely probably the most challenging part.
Okay. So Caleb asked, who's your favorite person starting with a C?
Okay. Who's my favorite person that starts with a C?
Yeah, make this quick.
you know, Caleb, you're a really great person, but I wouldn't say you're my favorite person that starts with a C. You know, Camila Cabello
Oh, yeah.
is
wasn't even
Camila
thinking
Cabello
of.
would probably be my number one. Sorry, Caleb. You got beat out by Camila Cabello.
So all right. So it looks like what's this next question here? Friday said, "Is there a hotspot for the gaming industry, a city or state where a lot of action happens, like
LA is for the movies.
So there are hotspots. A lot of it is going to be, you know, where your servers are kind of centralized. A lot of LAN events are going to be going on there. For example, in CS:GO, main hotspot for CS:GO is Cologne, Germany. They have the major, the CS:GO major, the Intel major there, like yearly. Houston, not Houston, Dallas, Texas. Dallas, Texas is another hotspot. You know, you're going to have these hotspots all over the place. California is a really big hotspot,
San Diego?"
as you know, companies love basing their operations out of California.
In San
So
Diego,
to answer your question, San Diego, there aren't any real huge companies based out of San Diego in the gaming
Well-
industry, as far as I'm aware, at least in the esports industry. It's
yeah.
more along the lines of Los Angeles and whatnot. So you're gonna have those hub cities that you actually
Yeah.
have a big involvement and big franchises out of.
And I kind of meant San Diego, like TwitchCon, because they've had almost every TwitchCon there. All right. So next we're gonna be skipping Brax's. No, just kidding. So we got Brax's question. This is a big one. Never mind. What is the best org to start grinding for if you're looking to start grinding? Like my brother's wanting to grind, but don't know what to do for as a beginner, because I'm not. I could also help answer this. Because I'm not changing my G grind. Just my brother wants to grind and don't know what team to grind. He doesn't know grind or top 3 grind. Wait.
Okay.
Or
so I think I get what you're saying there, Brax. So don't grind for a tier 1 org straight out of the bag. Don't grind for a tier 2 org straight out of the bag. Don't even grind for a tier 3 org straight out of the bag. Trust me, I'm saving you time. If that's your end goal, then so be it. Seriously. But start off with a team. Here, I'll pull one up on Twitter right now. For example, Gonzo Gaming. They're a decent team. They're making their strides to become a better team. They're in growth, right? But your main priority is making sure that you're bringing something to the table, that you're getting experience in the industry, so that you can offer yourself as a better presentation for those higher tier organizations.
And I definitely think you should work on yourself before you look for an org, and not rely on a org for growing you, but you growing yourself and then getting into an org. I think that is a good thing. And I'm not saying you can't join an org when you're small. I'm just saying you should maybe establish at least a little community and then work on content. And
it also depends on what you're going for. If you're going for the esports
True.
industry, being a pro player,
then yes, then I would say for sure.
Then it's all about getting your name out there in exposure.
Yeah.
And content creator, if you're creating good content, teams will come to you.
Or yeah, well, or what? Yeah, or, but yeah. So any more questions, guys? Jay Hartman has a question. I use Sony WH-CH7700s. They have solid
he's
noise.
Replying to a comment. He's not asking a question.
Oh.
And they just kind of like, all right, chat. Russia, Oh my god, I got clipped. Then we got into more of the. I got clipped. I got clipped by Zach. Oh no.
Yep, that's the Go XLR life. So any more questions?
You need to take a break for a second. bunch of DoorDash questions for you.
What?
Because I have a bunch of questions about DoorDash because my
Wait.
card might be fraudulently used right now. So listen, you did not do anything with DoorDash today for $9.99, did you?
What do I see as the next up and coming trends in the industry? Great question, Senna. I don't know if you can. Can you guys still hear me? If you guys can. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. Okay, cool. So, the next up and coming trends in the gaming industry, Pardon me, I'm sorry. So I foresee there being it's hard to choose one area of the gaming industry, right? Because we're moving the battle royale system has taken over the gaming industry completely. So I look to see that there's a trend where battle royales take it to the next level where they incorporate an even larger player base than 100 people, where we're seeing 200-300 people in a match. I know Black Ops did it. Black Ops 4 did it. Modern Warfare did it with 150 people. I think we're gonna be getting bigger maps, more hardware demanding battle royales that are gonna take a lot more skill. So I would say that's probably the next trend is moving towards bigger and more involved battle royales. How do I be funny? Good question, Vargas. I wouldn't know. I'm not funny. I'm not funny at all. So if you want to know how to be funny, you'll have to find somebody that's actually funny.
All right, I'm back. Hello.
Welcome back,
Hello.
Hello.
Gunzo.
Hello.
Okay. Fine. I can be very funny, but not in a live streaming platform at all. And
All right.
that's all I'm going to say about that.
All right. So that's going to kind of close up our our show. So Stitzy, thank you again though for coming on here. Appreciate it, and it was a nice talking over some esports, managing, and gaming with you. And I hope you guys all enjoyed. Any last comments, Stitzy?
Well, thank you so much for having me, Zach. It was really great being on here and kind of getting to talk about what I love doing in the esports and broadcast industry. I thoroughly I thoroughly enjoyed being on here, and thank you for inviting me for a second week in a row.
Yeah, of course. Well, of course. And do you have anything to say on CRSR as an investment?
I'm gonna be honest. I haven't even looked at CRSR.
Well, I'll talk to you about it later.
It's not on my radar.
talk to you
My
about
main
it later.
radar right now is cryptocurrency. So.
All right. So, but yeah, thank you for playing, or thank you for joining us on the podcast tonight. It was nice
Having you here. And this is the talk show host, Bob. And I would like to thank the one, the only Stitzy Spencerov. Thank you again, though, for being here with us tonight. And it was an honor, and we will see you again.
All right.
Did you like the effects?
We'll see you later, Zach.
Do you like the Go Stellar